I want to use this article by Edward Lauder to speak more about how Zack Snyder's fight to release Justice League in China is important even now. So he actually made a cut specifically for Chinese release. And as everybody knows, the profit from Chinese markets is tremendous for big films. All the big tentpoles have profited from it. However, Warner Brothers did not want to release any piece of the Snyder Cut into China, even though people in China really talked about it a lot and illegally streamed it in China, and there's so many infrastructure in place in China for that to happen. They didn't want to release it in China, even though they conceded to releasing it on streaming services in China. I'm going to give you a reason, though, why they should release it in theaters in China. And here's the first reason. China's dominating the worldwide box office right now in this COVID environment. And you can see all the Chinese films right now circled, which are dominating the market. Check out Detective Chinatown 3. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that. Chinese are consuming their own products. And Zack Snyder's Justice League actually has the star Zhang Kai. So that appeals to the Chinese people. Point number 2. Batman v Superman did well in China. So Zack Snyder has had a history of success in China. And you can compare that with the other great tentpoles like Avengers Endgame and Avatar. Yes, sirree. As well as the current Chinese film that I told you about, Detective Chinatown 3. And you look, even though there's big drops there in BVS, which some people say, well, it had a big drop in China, they didn't like it. Well, Chinatown 3 also had a big drop, as you can see there. And this movie broke records, okay? It had the biggest opening weekend of any single territory, close to $400 million. And the rest of its running, it's only done like about almost $300 million, okay? When you look at Zack Snyder Justice League's performance on these streaming services, it holds up to any blockbuster that has a performance on these streaming services. Some of these streaming services are Tencent, Iki, Youku, Bilibili, and Douyin and Kaishou. The Snyder Cut dominated the ratings on Bilibili for 9 days straight, but currently it stands at number 2 in Bilibili's rankings, ahead of Detective Chinatown 3. Amassing over 11 million paid plays at a rating of 9.8 out of 10, which is a far cry better than Wonder Woman 1984 at 7.1, with over 14 million paid plays, but that's since last year. A better rating than Detective Chinatown 3 at 5.4, even though it has over 17 million paid plays. It began early this year. A better rating than Tenet at 9.2 and Harley Quinn at 5.4, even though both films came in over 13 million and 8 million respectively, but that was since last year. It dominated the neighboring territory of Hong Kong. It is the second highest ranked movie on the Chinese streaming service Migo Video, with a score of 9.6 out of 10 and 350 million plays. It has a higher score than the blockbuster Avengers Endgame and even higher plays than it. It is also still featured to this day on Migo Video. While we can't say what the plays are on the Youku streaming service, we can tell how hot it is and its rating. As you can see, it's pretty hot and its rating is 8.9. Which is way better than the theatrical cut at 7.9, Detective Chinatown at 6.7, Wonder Woman at 8.2, Wonder Woman 84 at 7.2, but less than Endgame at 9.2. On Tencent, having been out almost 2 months, it has a rating of 7.7 with over 27 million paid plays, which is 6 million shy of Wonder Woman's over 33 million paid plays, while Wonder Woman's been out longer and is rated lower. It has a higher rating than Detective Chinatown 3. However, you see there, after a certain duration of time, you get Detective Chinatown 3 for free, and as a result, not all the plays you see there are paid plays, very much like Wonder Woman that you see in front of you right now. All the numbers for the streaming services except for Migu are paid plays. So that Migu is just an exception in that the plays that you see may also be free plays in addition to paid plays. So people may pay for the streaming service, and after a certain period of time, they're able to share their movies freely with 5 other people. So those numbers are a bit inflated. Nonetheless, what this shows is that Zack Snyder's Justice League definitely is doing well in China, and AT&T, WarnerMedia, and HBO Max should release the Snyder Cut in China as an exclusive for the Chinese people. That would be special, that only the Chinese are getting to see the Snyder Cut in IMAX. Are you crazy?